Did you know your regular bowl of oatmeal might be quietly harming your heart depending on what you put in it? It's a hard pill to swallow, especially if you've been trying to make healthier choices as you age. Oatmeal is known for being healthy, and for good reason. By itself, it's easy on the gut, packed with soluble fiber, and supports healthy cholesterol and blood sugar levels. But here's something many people don't realize: once you start tossing in the wrong toppings, many of which are marketed as healthy, that same bowl can turn into a sugar overload, a stressor for your metabolism, and even a long-term risk to vital organs. After 60, your body becomes more reactive to sugar surges, add-ons, and certain fats. Digestion slows, insulin responses shift, and your liver and kidneys strain to process what they once handled effortlessly. What you add to your oatmeal can either nourish your system, or quietly overburden it. And the shocking part? Most people have no clue which common ingredients are the real culprits. In today's video, we're exploring 7 popular oatmeal add-ins used by older adults, and why each one might be doing more harm than good. Some of these might catch you off guard. Others you've likely trusted for years. But by the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid, and how to keep your oatmeal the heart-healthy breakfast it's meant to be. Stick around till the end, because removing even 1 or 2 of these from your daily habit could lead to higher energy, steadier blood sugar, and better protection for your heart, liver, and kidneys. Your breakfast shouldn't sabotage your health, especially when you eat it every day. First up, brown sugar, which overwhelms your insulin system. Brown sugar might seem like a more wholesome choice than white sugar, but your body doesn't know the difference. When you stir it into your oatmeal, you're not just adding sweetness. You're triggering a steep blood sugar spike that can leave you fatigued, unfocused, and craving more soon after. Even worse, over time, those repeated surges wear out your insulin response and boost your risk of type 2 diabetes, even if your overall diet seems clean. That's because aging slows insulin production, and your body gets less responsive to the insulin it does make. Tossing in fast-absorbing sugar, like brown sugar, is like throwing fuel on the fire. Your blood sugar shoots up, crashes back down, and this cycle leads to more belly fat, more inflammation, and more harm to your blood vessels. I recall a woman named Janet, age 67, who believed her morning oatmeal with a little brown sugar and skim milk was a smart start to the day. Yet she couldn't figure out why she always felt like napping by 10:30. After going over her meals with her doctor, she removed the added sugar, and within a few days, her morning energy balanced out. "I didn't think it was the sugar," she said. "It was just a spoonful." But even that tiny amount was enough to throw things off. Brown sugar doesn't show up alone, it often sparks cravings for more sweets later in the day. That's because sugar lights up dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical, and when that feeling fades, you're left with a dip that pushes you to seek another boost. It's not about discipline. It's about biology. If you still want a hint of sweetness in your oatmeal, try a few slices of banana or add cinnamon and vanilla. They give natural, mild flavor without spiking your blood sugar. The goal isn't to fear sweetness, but to stop overloading your system with the fast-burning kind that causes silent damage. When your day begins with balanced blood sugar, your body functions better. Your focus sharpens, your mood stays steady, and your metabolism works efficiently. And just skipping that 1 spoonful of brown sugar can give your body an advantage that lasts through the entire day. Next up, number 2, artificial sweeteners. These may look like the healthier pick, especially for older folks watching their sugar intake, but things aren't so simple. These low-calorie sugar substitutes, often found in colored packets, may reduce sugar short-term, but they can quietly harm metabolism, gut health, and even liver function in the long run. Here's the reason. Your body expects sweetness to come with energy. But when it senses sweetness without the calories, like with aspartame, saccharin, or sucralose, it gets confused. This mismatch messes with your insulin rhythm, leads to stronger cravings later on, and may even slow your metabolism. For older adults, whose hormone responses are already changing, this interference makes it harder to lose weight, control blood sugar, or avoid stubborn belly fat, even if you're eating carefully. Then there's the impact on your liver. A number of artificial sweeteners are filtered through the liver. While they don't raise blood sugar right away, they still need to be processed. Over time, if used daily, they can overburden a liver already working to process age-related changes, medications, or other toxins. That can mean a sluggish liver, leading to fatigue, digestive issues, or increased liver enzymes, often without signs until it gets serious. A man named Charles, age 74, had used sugar-free syrup and sweeteners in his oatmeal for years. He liked the flavor and believed it was safe for diabetics. But when his liver markers came back slightly elevated, his doctor advised removing those additives. Just weeks later, his digestion improved, and his lab results followed suit. "I thought I was doing myself a favor," he said. "But really, I was just giving my liver more work." Instead of artificial sweeteners, consider cinnamon, nutmeg, or a dash of almond extract. Even a few pieces of real fruit can curb your sweet cravings while delivering fiber, nutrients, and antioxidants, things you won't find in lab-made powders. Your body has supported you for a lifetime. It deserves nourishment it can recognize, not artificial imitations. When you give it clean, wholesome fuel, your body doesn't just work better, it feels better. If you're still watching this video and finding these tips useful, type the number 2 in the comments so I know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us keep bringing you helpful, inspiring content. Now let's keep going. Number 3, dried fruits. These may seem like a healthy and natural addition to your oatmeal. After all, they start out as fruit. But once dried, the water is gone, and the sugars are packed tight, often turning a handful of raisins or cranberries into a candy bar's worth of sugar before you even notice. This can be risky for older adults, since the sugar in dried fruit is mostly fructose, a type of sugar the liver has to break down almost entirely by itself. Unlike glucose, which your brain and muscles can use directly, fructose goes straight to the liver, where it can easily be turned into fat. This process fuels fatty liver disease, now common in adults over 60, even among those who don't drink at all. Look closely at those dried fruits. Just a few tablespoons of dried cranberries may pack in over 20 grams of added sugar, often mixed with syrup during processing to make them soft and tasty. Even unsweetened dried fruits like raisins or dates carry a hefty load of natural sugar in a tiny serving. You may think it's a healthy topping, but your liver is paying the price spoon by spoon. I once spoke with a man named Gerald, age 69, who ate oatmeal with dried apricots every morning. He believed it was a good way to get fiber, but he always felt bloated afterward and didn't understand why his blood pressure was inching up. When he swapped the dried fruit for fresh blueberries, his bloating subsided, and his doctor noticed improvement, too. "I had no idea those little bits could do so much harm," he told me. If you really enjoy fruit in your oatmeal, go with fresh options. Sliced apples, a few berries, or half a banana offer sweetness alongside fiber, water, and nutrients that help slow down sugar absorption and ease the load on your liver. You still get delicious flavor, but in a form your body can manage more easily, especially in your 60s, 70s, and later. It's not about avoiding sweetness, it's about picking the kind that works with your body, not against it. Your liver has supported you faithfully for decades, and now it's time to give it a little smarter support in return. Number 4, flavored oatmeal packets. For many, especially those living alone or seeking simplicity, those pre-flavored oatmeal packets seem like a quick, harmless option. Just tear open, pour, and stir. They promise health, ease, and comfort in one small pouch. But behind that friendly label often hides a mix of chemicals, high sodium, and artificial flavorings that can quietly chip away at your health, especially past age 60. Let's talk about sodium first. A single flavored packet can contain 200 to 300 milligrams of sodium, even more if made with milk or salted butter. That may seem minor, but added to the salt from bread, canned goods, or snacks throughout the day, it builds up fast. For seniors with blood pressure concerns, heart risks, or kidney stress, even this small amount can push your system too far. Then there's the flavoring itself. Most maple or apple cinnamon oatmeals don't contain real maple or apple. Instead, they use artificial flavors, sweeteners, stabilizers, and dyes to imitate natural ingredients. These man-made additives offer zero nutrition and require your liver and kidneys to work overtime. And in an aging body already managing meds, inflammation, or reduced function, that extra strain can quietly add up. One woman named Carol, age 73, told me she'd been eating flavored packets for years, sometimes twice a day. They were quick and felt healthy, she said. But she always felt puffy afterward, and recently noticed more swelling in her hands. When she switched to plain oats topped with fresh apple and cinnamon, her bloating went down, and her blood pressure numbers improved. I didn't think such a small packet could have that much effect, she said. The truth is, many health claims on those packages are just clever advertising. Phrases like whole grain or low fat may sound comforting, but they don't tell you about the preservatives, thickening agents, or the long list of mystery ingredients hiding inside. If you want real nutrition from your oatmeal, choose plain rolled or steel-cut oats. Then customize it yourself with fruit, spices, or nuts. It only takes a couple of extra minutes, and your body will be grateful every time. Number 5. Non-dairy creamers. These may seem like a safe way to add creaminess to oatmeal, especially if you're avoiding milk or are lactose-sensitive. But many of these creamers contain ingredients that can quietly harm your heart, liver, and metabolism, especially as you age. Most liquid or powdered non-dairy creamers are made using hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils, a major source of trans fats. These fats increase your LDL, bad, cholesterol while lowering HDL, good, cholesterol. That's a risky combo for anyone, but particularly for older adults already watching their heart health. Even if a label claims trans fat-free, trace amounts can still be present in small servings, and those traces add up fast. Then you have the additives, the thickeners, emulsifiers, and artificial flavorings. These don't nourish your system. They just imitate the richness and taste of real cream, without any nutritional value. But your liver and kidneys still have to process them. And over time, frequent exposure can increase inflammation, which is linked to joint stiffness, heart disease, and memory loss. I once spoke with a man named Frank, age 75, who added powdered creamer to nearly everything, oatmeal, coffee, even soups. He liked the flavor and ease of one product. But eventually, he began noticing stomach trouble and rising cholesterol. His doctor suggested cutting out creamers entirely. After 2 months, his blood work improved, and so did his digestion. I thought it was just a powder, he told me. Didn't know it was causing all that trouble. The issue is that non-dairy creamers are promoted as light, low cholesterol, and easy to use. But the effects don't show up right away, they sneak up slowly until real health issues appear. If you want that creamy texture in oatmeal, go for unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or a bit of real organic cream if you digest it well. Even a spoonful of plain yogurt can do the trick. These alternatives give you smoothness and flavor, with nutrients your body can recognize, not chemicals it struggles to remove. What you mix into your oatmeal really does matter, especially now, after all the years your body has worked hard for you. This is your chance to give back with better choices. If you're still watching this and finding value in the information, comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that, and hit the bell, so you don't miss new videos. Your support helps us keep making informative content. Now let's continue. Number 6, store-bought granola. Granola has long been seen as a health food. It sounds natural, nourishing, maybe even good for your heart. But what most people don't realize is that store-bought granola is often packed with hidden sugars, processed oils, and sometimes even preservatives, turning your well-intentioned oatmeal into a metabolic hazard. One of granola's biggest problems lies in how it's made. To achieve that golden crunch and long shelf life, companies bake oats in sugary syrups or oils like canola, soybean, or palm oil. These oils are typically refined or partially hydrogenated, and when eaten consistently, they can quietly fuel inflammation. And inflammation over time leads to stiff joints, low energy, and greater risk for heart-related issues. Even granola that claims to be low sugar often contains sweeteners like honey, brown rice syrup, or evaporated cane juice. They might sound healthier, more natural, but your body reacts the same way, with a blood sugar spike, insulin strain, and cravings that linger. This is especially critical for older adults who may already be dealing with prediabetes, low energy, or stubborn belly fat, all of which are worsened by frequent sugar surges. Then there's the matter of serving size. Granola labels usually show tiny servings, just a couple of spoonfuls. But most people pour far more without realizing they're piling on hidden calories, extra carbs, and added fats that weren't part of the plan. I remember speaking with a woman named Ellen, 71, who always topped her oatmeal with granola for the crunch. But once she realized it added more sugar and fat than a chocolate chip cookie, she switched to chopped walnuts. Within weeks, her blood sugar improved and her afternoon energy dips disappeared. If it's crunch you're after, there are smarter options. Toasted seeds, unsweetened coconut flakes, or raw nuts like almonds or pecans all deliver texture, fiber, and healthy fats, without the sugary oils and additives. Keep in mind, oatmeal is meant to support your body, it should ground you, not overwhelm you. And once you understand what those ingredients actually mean, you'll be making choices that fuel your body, not fight it, one bite at a time. Number 7. Protein powders. Many seniors have heard that adding protein to breakfast can boost energy, support muscles, and keep you full longer, and that's true when it comes from natural, wholesome sources. But stirring protein powder into your oatmeal every day, especially the wrong type, can bring in hidden ingredients that quietly burden your system. Here's what often goes unnoticed: many store-bought protein powders are packed with artificial sweeteners, stabilizers, preservatives, and chemical flavorings. These aren't harmless, they require your kidneys and liver to work harder to process them. And if you're over 60, those organs are already handling the accumulated strain of years' worth of medications, food additives, and environmental toxins. Adding a daily scoop of synthetic powder can quietly compound that burden. Quantity is another concern. As we age, the body doesn't metabolize surplus protein as effectively as it once did. Protein that isn't used for muscle repair or energy gets broken down and filtered by the kidneys. For older adults, even those without diagnosed kidney disease, this added strain can gradually worsen function over time. The warning signs like fatigue, swelling, or appetite loss are often subtle until the issue is advanced. Dennis, 78, told me he added protein powder to his oatmeal daily after reading a health article about preserving muscle. But because he was also taking medication for high blood pressure, his kidney levels started rising. After reviewing his habits, the doctor pointed to protein overload, mainly from low-grade powders. Once Dennis began getting protein from real foods like eggs or nuts, his lab results stabilized. "I didn't know I was pushing it too far," he admitted. "I thought more meant better." If you need added protein in the morning, turn to whole foods instead. A scoop of plain Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, or a few nuts provides protein in a way your body can process naturally, with fiber, vitamins, and none of the synthetic extras. At this point in life, it's not just about adding more. It's about adding wisely and removing the quiet burdens. Your body still reacts. It still recovers. But it needs us to be mindful and intentional. And when it comes to your oatmeal, that means picking ingredients that nourish rather than strain. Final thoughts: your daily bowl of oats may feel like a healthy habit, and it can be, but what you stir in makes all the difference between healing your body or silently stressing it. The 7 add-ins we've explored today: brown sugar, artificial sweeteners, dried fruit, flavored packets, non-dairy creamers, packaged granola, and protein powders, each bring unique risks, especially for those in their 60s, 70s, or 80s. But the key isn't just knowing what to skip. It's understanding why. Because once you understand how an aging body responds to sugars, additives, and chemical-heavy ingredients, you begin to see how even the smallest daily choices have a lasting impact. They shape your energy, digestion, blood pressure, and even your mood. The good news? It doesn't take drastic change, just a few mindful shifts. You don't need fancy oatmeal. No packets, no powders, no artificial shortcuts. Just real, whole ingredients that nourish you: cinnamon, fresh fruit, nuts, or clean, simple milk. These aren't just food choices, they're acts of care. They bring balance instead of burden, stability instead of spikes. And when your morning starts in a way that supports your body, the rest of your day often follows with more ease. So take a moment. Which of the 7 habits do you recognize in your own routine? And which one are you ready to leave behind? Thank you for spending this time with us. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know one thing you learned today, or one small change you're ready to try. Your feedback means the world to us. It helps us keep going and keep growing. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support allows us to keep creating valuable content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.